first thing that we've got to deal with when we're talking about a bottom knee shield, we have a couple different options, right? We have the controlling of the hip, right? So controlling of the hip and using my head, or we have an inside arm, right? So an inside arm, a lot of the times if my opponent's not paying attention to what I can do, I can drop my elbow inside of his leg, right, and free that leg. Once that leg is out here, what my goal is to put him flat on his back, okay? So I want to put him flat on his back. So watch what I'm going to do. It's going to be a leg thing. All right? I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show it in a different way. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to bring this leg and I'm going to pinch his leg here. All right, so once I've cleared the knee, I'm going to pinch this leg, and then you notice how that puts him even flatter on the back. Okay, I'm going to fight for inside hand position, inside hand position. Okay, so a lot of this is done with the back part of my legs, all right? Once I've got his leg pinched, I'm gonna step over and through to the other side, okay? Once I'm past the knee shield, I've got lots of different ways to attack depending upon how my opponent reacts, all right? So the first one that we're gonna do is we're gonna drop to the other side. So I'm gonna drop my arm underneath his armpit here, and I'm dropping to my hip, all right? Whenever I get in this position, you notice that my knee is already now clear of where I was at in the half guard position. Anytime I get in this position, I don't want him to establish frames, right? So when I drop down here, the first thing that I'm going to do is put my hand in his hip, and I'm going to push myself, my butt, and everything backwards to take his frames away, and I want to get as high up on him as I possibly can, right? Now from here, we've got a couple different options of clearing this, right? So the first one, I'm going to underhook his leg, like this, all right? Hold it tighter, Corey. Okay, I'm going to underhook his leg like this, all right? And if he's trying to hang on to it, watch what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be able to just pull this off with my arm, all right? So I'm going to straighten that leg out, all right? That's going to be able to break it. I'm going to be able to step out here and then begin to pass the guard, all right? I'm going to show you guys a couple finishes that you can do from there. But again, all right? So we're here, right? I'm looking for my elbow to go inside. Elbow has got to come inside, right? So lots of different ways I can do it. I can just drop my elbow in there, right? I can lower my base to drop my elbow in there. But once I've created this frame, it's very difficult for him to get that back if he tries to put his knee shield back in there. And on top, underneath, he's got to extend his leg way out, which is putting him in a real bad spot, okay? So you notice my elbow's now pushing in towards the hip, all right? Now on this side, I'm gonna squeeze my legs together to bring his legs together and flat him all the way out, all right? This is where I want him is flat on his back, all right? So now my hand's gonna shoot here and I'm gonna drop to my hip. Okay, so my elbow's gonna come to the ground on this side. You see how he's immediately trying to frame up on me. So I wanna push the hip and I wanna back my butt up. All right, he's gonna try to hang on to that leg with everything he's got because he doesn't wanna lose that half guard position, okay? So if I clear it the first way, underhook the leg, straighten out the bottom leg. Okay, so my leg is a lot more powerful than my arm. So I'm gonna just straighten out my bottom leg for the break. I'm gonna step out and I can start into my attacks from there, all right? The second option, all right, I'm gonna clear my knee, okay? So I'm gonna pop his knee out, clear my knee. All right, this is gonna allow me to go into quarter mount. Once I've got my knee cleared, I'm gonna start to pass my knee over into a quarter mount position, not giving up his arm. Never giving up his arm. Once I'm behind this arm, I want to stay here. All right, this is one of our first finishes. My hand's going to swim around the head, weight staying on top of the arm, and I'm coming underneath here. Okay, so we're in the quarter mount position. I'm going to finish him right from here. I don't even need to clear my mount completely. I'm going to grab my own arm, and this is going to be a shoulder compression right here. I just squeeze down and get my tap. Okay. So first we're clearing the knee shield and then we're moving all the way into the submission, okay? So my elbow's gotta come in on the inside, right? I can just drop it in and bow it out. That's another way to do it right there, all right? So drop it in, bow it out. All right, so now that I'm there, I'm not gonna try to pass the guard in this position. I'm going to squeeze my knees together, right? That gets him even the flatter on his back. That's where I want him to be at. I got him super flat on his back. Right now I'm gonna pass over and drop my elbow to this side of the body. Now I've got to deal with this. But first, I don't want him building up frames, okay? So I'm gonna push my butt backwards, to clear his arms up, all right? I want his arms in that position where all he can really do is just kind of rest them on my back now, all right? So the first one, underhook, straighten the leg, step out, and then we can start passing or attacking from here. Again, if I'm attacking from here, guys, look, I have the exact same submission from here. I'm just gonna spin my hand around and collect, all right? Now I'm gonna push him flat to his back. I can't do this submission if he's on his side. I need him flat on his back, so I'm gonna flatten him to his back, and it's just a shoulder compression finish, okay? So get in that position right there. All right, the other one, the knee is high, I'm gonna clear the knee. So clear the knee, I don't need to worry about the foot. While the knee is there, I'm gonna pass over into the quarter mount position, right? So my elbow is gonna stay nice and tight, pass it over his head and underneath his head. Right here, flatten him on his back. I'm gonna grab my own bicep, hand here, give him a squeeze for a shoulder compression finish, right there. All right, so you guys have the two options to clear the bottom knee shield, and then the two options to get your leg out, and then the same finish on both options, okay? So I'm gonna practice that. All right, let's do a few reps before you switch with your partner. Anybody got any questions? Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.